I think it's common having resistance, first of all, especially if you're working with a new employer, when they're not familiar with career path services and may not certainly be familiar with the internship program. So I think what I do first of all is talk to them about the benefits. What's in it for the employer? How can they benefit from the partnership with us? And one of the things I hear a lot from employers when I talk to them is the fact that they train clients, they pay for their training, and then the trainee leaves. When I work with a client, I say, well, we can be your human resource provider. We can provide you with well-qualified candidates for your position. But over and above that, you can actually see how that candidate works out in the workplace before you actually expend any money on them by way of bringing them onto your payroll. So effectively, you can have somebody, they're working 40 hours a week, you can have them for 6.5 weeks at your establishment. You can see how they work. You can train them how you want them to work, and you can make sure that they're going to be a good fit for your organisation. And so that certainly is one of the large benefits from an organisational perspective. I think also what I've done a lot with my healthcare providers is enable my clients to get CNA training. So they get a marketable qualification that is certainly useful and in great demand in the healthcare field, but it's also for that organisation. It enables them to use that client in a variety of different roles, so that they have more flexibility when they're a CNA, and how they can train them and what they can do within their organisation. I think first and foremost, having an organisation that's going to be providing excellent training for our clients. It's a partnership that obviously we're looking to develop from an organisational perspective. They have to be able to provide good training for our clients to make sure that they're able to grow. Because I have a lot of people come on without any experience at all working in the healthcare field. So they have a lot to learn about working within that environment, and somebody's able to provide one-on-one training when a lot of my providers are able to do that because they work in small establishments where they might only have 6 residents working out of a family home. You look at a care centre, there's a lot more, and training tends to be a lot less individualized. So that's from my perspective, that's the most important things, being able to provide a good training environment so that our clients can grow, learn, and be excited to be there and continue their passion about wanting to work in healthcare. Looking at what the wage that they're able to provide a client once they transition onto their payroll, making sure that it's within the guidelines of what is an equitable wage within that industry, but also opportunity for growth once they've transitioned onto their payroll. So I find a lot of my providers are able to, once somebody becomes more credentialed and more experienced, they're able to raise their wages as well by 25 cents, maybe 50 cents an hour. So looking at that wage progression, I think is very important from my perspective, from the perspective of the client, so that they can continue to grow and be remunerated for the skills that they're learning and for the experience that they're gaining.